Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. Hope you guys doing well. We're here for a live match watch along as Bournemouth taking on Swansea City in the FA Cup fourth round. Hopefully, we're going to be in for a cracking game, guys. So the team's just getting underway. Let me share the team news on screen. Team news on the screen. There we go, guys. So we're up and underway. Swansea currently in possession as they just play the ball back to the goalkeeper. Uh, Now the ball played out wide on that far side. Jamie's with us. How's it going, Jamie? Jamie saying, how's it going, Jamie? What channel is this game on? Google it, mate. Just Google it. You should find it. You should find it. Google it. And I'm sure Google will tell you, mate. Try to look for it. Well, as I've told you guys, I play out for a lot of channels, guys. So uh, obviously, oh, Swansea there, almost getting a shot off, but Bournemouth just managing to nick it back on the edge of the box. But yeah, just Google it, Jamie. It's not hard to find it. Should be tell you on Google who's doing it. I'm not sure what channels you got access to, but obviously I play it and pay out for a lot of channels across the world, not just in the UK. Swansea now with the possession at the back. But welcome to the show, Jamie. Jamie saying I find this game now. Okay, cool. Good to hear you found it, Jamie, and welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're having a good uh, Thursday evening. So now the ball kicked long down the field as Bournemouth head it back to the goal, and the goalkeeper intercepts it. Jamie saying, "How are you doing?" I'm doing okay, thank you, mate. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good day, mate. You've been at work today. Bournemouth now kicking the ball down this near side as Swansea just knock it back to the goalkeeper. And then it's knocked out of play on this near side for a throw into Bournemouth deep inside the Swansea half. Swansea quickly winning it back as the throwing comes in. Now they play it out wide to that far side, playing it forward as now Bournemouth trying to get bodies back behind the ball as Bournemouth just coming to press the ball on that far side as Swansea knocking it about at the moment. Now they chip it forward, but it's Bournemouth that intercept it. So thank you for that, Jamie. Thank you for asking, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day today and not been working too hard, mate. Hope the weather's not interfered with you. Um, Stevie, remove that comment, please. Jamie is saying, in fact, I'll do it myself. Let me get rid of that. Always somebody in there. Oh, ball on that far side. Bournemouth. Bournemouth have a throw in now on the far side of the field. On. Oh, for crying out. Bournemouth now in the box as they try to get the shot off there. Swansea blocking off the possession as it's played out wide on this near side. But Bournemouth now with the cross into the box. It's headed over the bar by Swansea and out of play. Sorted. Jamie saying, I walked in from work finding gas bill and electric bill. That's life, mate. That's life. Very frustrating sometimes, mate. Uh, Swansea now with the possession as they play it out wide to this near side. Bournemouth quickly coming in. Well, the referee has given a foul there as Bournemouth just pulled back on this near side by the Swansea player, and the referee's given a yellow card for that. Well, it's Nathan Wood with the yellow card. So Bournemouth now with this free kick out on this near side. Referee just having a word with the players there. So free kick about to come in as it's crossed in and into the back of the net as Bournemouth score the goal. Kelly with the goal. Ball crossed in quite well there. But yeah, good goal from Bournemouth. Swansea unable to uh, keep it out. It's a really good cross, actually. Perfectly uh, coming in at the back post for Bournemouth to just tap it into the back of the net. Some good effort by the goalkeeper, but he couldn't get anywhere near that. And Bournemouth open the scoring. So now the ball kicked long downfield. Jamie saying 1-0. Hodge saying 1-0. Well, thank you guys. But kind of defeats the point of me doing commentary if you guys are telling people what the score is before I see it. But I appreciate you guys trying to help. Although, if you want to commentate on games, you might as well start your own channel if you want to be informing people before I do. Jamie's saying, is VAR in FA Cup? You know what? I'm not sure. There was quite a bit of controversy with it in the last round. I think I don't. I'm not. I don't. Well, I'm not sure if it's being used in some games, but you can't use it in all games because some stadiums just don't have the infrastructure, do they, mate? So, so I imagine. Well, if it's to be fair across the board, I would imagine it's not being used. But then again, you don't know if selected grounds are using it because obviously Bournemouth have got the facilities because they're a Premier League club. And Swansea may have the facilities for VAR. I'm not sure. Ball knocked out of play on that far side. So Bournemouth with the throw in. Ball comes in as it's knocked away there. Swansea picking it up in the middle of the park as Bournemouth challenge for it. Bournemouth winning back the possession. As now it's played out wide to this near side. Bournemouth just play it back to the halfway line. Now it's kicked out long, out wide to that far side as Bournemouth now on the attack, racing towards the byline, coming into the box as they cut it back, and it's smashed into the back of the net for the second goal. Scott with the goal. Just taken to the byline, crossed in, and smashed into the back of the net. And Stevie's saying, evening, Gaz and chat. How's it going, Stevie? Welcome to the show, mate. Pleasure to have you with us, as always. Appreciate your help in the background. Yeah, really good ball forward on that far side. And Bournemouth just running it straight to the byline. Swansea did make the challenge, but they just couldn't. Uh, yeah, he just got away from them there as he cut inside to the box. And Bournemouth kind of backtracking really there to try and defend that goal, but they was always on the back foot as they were playing the high line. And I keep saying it, guys, teams playing the high line can be dangerous. Well, VAR is obviously in use, mate, because they're just checking the goal with VAR for potential offside. So thank you for that, Stevie. Jamie saying hi, Stevie. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate your positive vibes towards Stevie. Jamie saying VAR looking outside. Yeah, it does look offside. It does look offside, but the camera angle can be deceptive. Can't look at it on an angle like that. The way they're looking at it, the way the camera angle they're showing us, you just can't. You can't see. You can't make out if that's. Well, he's given it. I don't know how you can tell from that camera angle because when you're looking at on an angle like that, you need to be looking at it directly across the line to have an accurate assessment. But for me, I don't know. Difficult to tell with the camera angles. So, but yeah, in answer to your question, Jamie, VAR is being used in this game, but it can't be used in every game because some clubs just don't have the infrastructure for VAR. Bournemouth now with a throw in on this near side. Jamie saying it's onside. Well, before we knew it, now Bournemouth with the possession on this near side is to just cut it back to their defensive line. Now played all the way back to the goalkeeper. Now Bournemouth trying to build from the back as Swansea come to press the ball. Now it's played out wide on that far side as Bournemouth kick the ball long up the field, but Swansea challenge for it, and it goes out of play for a throw-in on that far side of the field. Just inside the Bournemouth half. As now the ball comes in, it kicked long up the field. Swansea heading it back in the direction it came from as eventually they do manage to win the possession out on that far side as Bournemouth quickly come to challenge for it, and it's gone out of play for another throw-in on the far side of the field. Swansea now with the throw-in as the ball played back towards their own goal, but now played forward, still all on that far side as the ball just goes out of play again there for another throw-in. So thank you for that, Jamie. Thank you, mate. David Moyes in the stands. Interesting. Now, Swansea playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper. As now the ball played forward. Bournemouth have intercepted it here as they play it towards the edge of the box. Bournemouth coming inside as they get the shot off. Oh, and it's into the back of the net for a third goal. Wow, we're only 40 minutes into the game, guys, and Bournemouth in full control with 3 goals in a matter of minutes. I know there's a big gulf between these two clubs in respect of the league position, obviously, but Swansea capitulating so early on, conceding 3 goals. Yes, Bournemouth are a Premier League club, but Swansea are what you might call a wannabe Premier League club. I think they were the wanting to aspire to getting back to the Premier League. So you'd think that they would be able to compete a little bit better than this, but already conceding 3 goals in 14 minutes. Not good. Ball kicked long down the field. It's now Swansea pick up the possession in the centre circle. Now they play it out wide to this near side. Bournemouth coming to challenge as Bournemouth win it back there, but clumsy challenge As both players go to ground there, and the referee's blown for the foul. There weren't a lot in it, to be fair, guys, but Jamie's saying, "Have you been working today, mate?" Yes, I have been working this morning, and then come home and got stressed out with technology. Been trying to. I was actually trying to get on the channel earlier on today, but couldn't because of technological gremlins driving me crazy. I wasn't sure if I was going to get on for this one, to be honest, mate. Having a lot of problems with technology at the moment. It's doing me head in. Bournemouth kicking the ball out of play on that far side. So that will be a throw into Swansea. But yeah, I have, mate. You've been working? A bit windy, hasn't it, recently? It's calmed down the last 24 hours, the wind, but I imagine that's massively affect your job, Jamie. Swansea now with the possession on that far side. Ball played forward as they come towards the edge of the box. Ball knocked in there as it's knocked away by Bournemouth, but Swansea picking up the pieces as they try to get the shot off, and it's deflected behind for a corner on the far side to Swansea. Oh, damn. Spilled coffee on myself. Damn. Messy bugger. So Swansea now with the corner on that far side. As the corner comes in, it's straight towards the near post, but the goalkeeper manages to jump and intercept that quite comfortably. The Bournemouth now back with the possession as they build now from the back, playing the ball out to that far side. It's now Swansea come to press the ball. Bournemouth just playing it back to the goalkeeper as now they try to build from the back. But Swansea happy to let them have it inside their own box as now they try to push up the field with a long ball forward, looking to get in behind the Swansea defence, but way too much pace on that ball as it goes all the way back to the Swansea goalkeeper. Swansea now with the possession as they just knock it back to the goalkeeper again, kicks it out wide to that far side as uh, Swansea unable to keep it in play that, and it's gone out for a throw into Bournemouth, just inside the Swansea half of the field. Swansea now with the possession on that far side as they try to knock it forward, but Bournemouth make the challenge as the ball eventually deflects out of play. And I think that's going to be a goal kick. Not sure who got the last touch to that then, or is it going to be a corner? So, no, the referee's giving it as a free kick. So, free kick on the far side of the field, just outside the Swansea box for Bournemouth. Bournemouth now with the free kick crossed into the box as it goes past everybody and out of play on this near side. And that'll be a goal kick to Swansea. Not the best delivery there, guys, from that free kick. So thank you for that, Jamie. Now Swansea to play out from the back as they knock it out wide to this near side. Bournemouth quickly come to press the ball as Swansea tried to play it forward. And the ball goes out of play on this near side for throw into Bournemouth as they take it quickly now, playing it forward. Still on this near side as now it's crossed into the box. Bournemouth coming into the box as they try to get the shot off, but it's deflected back to the goalkeeper who just manages to win the possession there for Swansea. Yeah. Now Swansea to build from the back as the ball kicked long down the field. Now Swansea winning the possession as they play it out wide to that far side. Bournemouth coming to challenge for it, and it's knocked out of play on the far side of the field for a throw-in. Bournemouth winning the possession back on that far side as now they play it back to the halfway line. Now it's played forward, knocked up towards the edge of the box as Bournemouth with the possession, crossed in. It's knocked away by Swansea. It's now Swansea coming again, but they're struggling to keep the possession at the moment. Swansea, as Bournemouth win it back and play it all the way back to their defensive line. Now played back to the goalkeeper. But yeah, every time Swansea winning the possession, they're just struggling to keep it when they try to play out from the back. Now the ball played forward by Bournemouth goalkeeper, but it's too long as it goes all the way back to the Swansea goalkeeper. So Swansea now with a possession just outside their own box as they try to build again from the back. Now it's played forward as Swansea just knocking it back to the goalkeeper there. Goalkeeper kicks the ball out wide to that far side as it's headed on by Bournemouth. Now Bournemouth knocking it into the box and it goes straight back to the goalkeeper before Bournemouth can get to it. Now Swansea rolling the ball out to this near side as they quickly try to move up the field. But again, challenged by Bournemouth, but this time the referee has given a foul. So free kick to Swansea. This is what I mean. I don't understand why Swansea not being a little bit more competitive in this one, to be fair. They've got some good players in their squad. So they should be able to compete with Bournemouth. And ball played down this near side as Swansea head it forward there, but it's won back by Bournemouth just outside their own box. Now Bournemouth kicking the ball up towards the halfway line as now they work the ball down this near side, coming towards the edge of the Swansea box as Swansea come across to press the ball, but Bournemouth play it towards the byline. It's crossed in and it's just knocked away there. Solanke trying to get on the end of that, but the Swansea defender getting in front of him and knocking it out of play. So corner on this near side for Bournemouth. Bournemouth now with a corner. It's deep. And, well, they couldn't keep it in play there. And that'll be a goal kick to Swansea. Goalkeeper kicks the ball long, straight down the centre of the field as Swansea intercept it inside the Bournemouth half. But Bournemouth have won back the loose ball there as now they play it out wide on that far side. Ball chipped forward, looking to try and get in behind the Swansea defence. But Swansea have managed to win the possession as they knock it out of play on that far side. And that will be a throw into Bournemouth midway inside the Swansea half of the field. Bournemouth now with the ball played back in. But, quickly knocked straight back out of play on that far side. It's now Bournemouth get a second throw in. Now the ball comes in as they work it down that far side. Swansea trying to challenge for it. So now the referee blows for a foul. And that will be a free kick to Bournemouth out on that right out on the far side of the field. Midway, halfway inside the Swansea half of the field. No, it's not. He's giving it. It's a throw in again. Ball cleared up the field by Swansea. It's challenged on that far side. Bournemouth winning it back. Now they chip it forward up towards the edge of the Swansea box. The goalkeeper comes out to intercept it as he kicks the ball long up the field. But it's well, the referee's blown for offside here. So the offside flag there catching Dominic Solanke out. So Swansea now kicking the ball long down the field. It's now Bournemouth intercept it. It's headed forward there by Swansea as Bournemouth goalkeeper manages to intercept the ball. Now gets Bournemouth back on the move as he rolls it out wide to this near side. Now coming forward, racing up towards the halfway line as the ball chipped forward there, but it's I'm not sure if it took a deflection on the as he chipped that ball forward, but it's gone out of play. So Swansea now with a throw in midway inside their own half as the ball comes in. Swansea chip the ball into the centre of the field. And now it's deflected out wide on that far side. Now Swansea in the possession as they knock it back to the goalkeeper, but Bournemouth quickly race towards the goalkeeper to press the ball. Now it's kicked out wide on that far side as both sets of players trying to win it on the halfway line. Bournemouth that managed to come away with the possession, but Swansea quickly trying to challenge right back to win it back. As now Bournemouth play it into the centre of the park. Now worked out wide to this near side as the ball played forward. Swansea coming to challenge for it, but Bournemouth managing to keep the possession as they just play it back to the halfway line. Now it's chipped forward, looking to get in behind us. Bournemouth do manage to get, but he's got to get offside there. He's miles offside there, the Bournemouth forward player. But the Swansea goalkeeper coming out to intercept that quite comfortably. Now the ball bouncing about in the middle of the park as Swansea managed to win it as they play it forward, but Bournemouth quickly challenged, winning it back. Swansea uh, win it back from the loose ball played forward there. Now the referee's blown for another foul. So Swansea now with a free kick out on that far side. Ball chipped forward into the box as it's headed away to edge outside the box. Now Swansea picking up the possession as they chip it back forward into the box. Headed about by both sets of players as Swansea try to hit it on the volley. Eventually do. Oh, and it ricochets off the post. And back out as now Swansea with another shot there. But the goalkeeper knocking it away before eventually Swansea hit the side netting. And I think that's going to be a corner on the far side for Swansea. And Swansea now with the corner out on that far side. Ball crossed in towards the near post. It's knocked towards the goal. And Bournemouth just managed to head it wide. And that'll be another corner to Swansea on the far side. Ball crossed into the box. As Bournemouth picking up the possession. Now Bournemouth racing forward. Swansea quickly trying to get bodies back behind the ball. Bournemouth playing it into the centre of the field as now they knock it out wide to this near side. Coming forward into the Swansea half. Racing forward now as they chip it forward out wide to that far side as Bournemouth with the possession. As it just knocked out of play there. And that'll be a goal kick to Swansea. Yeah, quite an eventful in the early stages of this game, guys. Been a very active start. Bournemouth dominating the game so far, but Swansea have not given it up yet as they now try to find a way to get themselves back into the game. If you just join us, guys, we're 30 minutes in, and it's currently Bournemouth 3, Swansea nil. Ball played out wide on that far side. Now the ball knocked behind and out of play. Jamie's saying, why is this game on a Thursday night or on tomorrow or Saturday game? I don't understand that. It's because it's TV, mate. It's TV. TV have rescheduled it. It was probably scheduled originally for a Saturday. But the TV, as you know, mate, the TV companies, they pay a lot of money. They allowed to move the games about to fit in with their TV schedule. So that's probably why it's been moved, mate. Um, I would imagine it's been, like I say, I would imagine it was scheduled originally for the Saturday. I know they do that in the league. All the Premier League games are all scheduled for Saturdays at 3 o'clock, right throughout the season when they're first released, and then the TV companies, um, obviously, they agree deals to have a certain amount of games that they show on TV, and then they're allowed to adjust the kickoff time to suit uh, their game. And obviously, if this had been played on Saturday at 3 o'clock, they wouldn't be allowed to show it on TV because of the TV UK TV broadcasting rules. So Bournemouth have won a free kick here. Mr. Barnsley, how you doing, mate? Mr. Barnsley saying, hey up, everyone. How you doing, Ryan? Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Good to see you, mate. Jamie saying, all right, Barnsley. Awesome. Thank you, Jamie. Loving the positive vibes. Thank you, mate. Mr. Barnsley saying, not bad, Sheffield. Thank you, Mr. Barnsley. Sheffield. So you guys not calling each other by your names, just calling each other by your towns. Bournemouth now with a free kick. Chipping forward there as it's heading towards goal and just wide of that far post. Ball chipped forward now as Bournemouth winning the ball back. Now they play it around just inside their own half. And Swansea coming to press the ball from the front. Now it's referee's blown for a free kick. So Swansea now with a free kick just on the halfway line. Oh, Bournemouth have won it back here. And they're going to score because Jamie's already told us. As they do. I think you've answered my question tonight. Cut the Swansea defence wide open there, just so easily, and slotted into the back of the net. Mr. Barnes is saying, can't wait for Saturday, Barnsley and Exeter City. Yeah, that's should be a good game, mate. Although I can't see Exeter troubling you guys too much. Although you have to respect the opposition, though, as that might be like their cup final for them, taking on Barnsley. That might be, they might see that as a big game, and if they do, they're obviously going to come and give everything they've got to try and get something out of it. So we're having another VAR check, and the goal stands. Swansea now with the possession. Jamie saying Barnsley, is that in the cup? Yeah, it will be, won't it? I should imagine. All right. No, no, just in the league. Okay, but I thought that I would have thought that was in the cup as well. All played down that far side. So goalkeeper with the possession there. Looks like it might be worth wrapping this game up at half time if it carries on like this. 4-0 up for Bournemouth as they chip the ball forward down that far side, looking to get in behind the Swansea defence as it rolls all the way back to the Swansea goalkeeper. Swansea now with the possession as they now knock it out wide to this near side. Ball chipped forward as it's in behind. Now Bournemouth winning the ball back. So they try to keep it under pressure there from Swansea. Now the ball chipped forward as Bournemouth managing to keep the possession momentarily as they Swansea eventually do win it back. Now Swansea coming towards the edge of the box as they play it towards the D. Now it's knocked out to the opposite side as Swansea try to get a shot off there, but it's blocked off by Bournemouth and deflected behind for a corner on the far side. Jamie saying, I felt sorry for them Swansea fans. Yeah, long way to travel for a disappointing performance from your team. Swansea now with the corner on that far side. Ball crossed in as it's headed away by Bournemouth. Now it's chipped out forward on this up towards the halfway line as Swansea managing to intercept it. Now it's chipped out wide on this near side as it's headed out of play, and that will be a throw in. So Swansea now with a throw in midway inside their own half on this near side of the field. Now the ball played back towards their own box as Swansea now try to build from the back. Now the ball played out wide on that far side as Swansea tried to come forward, but Bournemouth quickly come to press the ball. Swansea playing it all the way back to their own goal as Bournemouth come to press from the front. Oh, they almost getting themselves in trouble here, Swansea, as they're forced to kick it out of play on this near side under pressure there from Bournemouth. And the referee might have seen that as going out of play. Mr. Barnsley saying any apps since on Sunday dinner, laugh out loud. Don't get you, mate. Any apps since on Sunday dinner. I don't get that, mate. So corner on this near side for Bournemouth. Corner comes in, it's deep, but it's blasted over the bar. Right, that's why the referee's blown for the foul. Just a shove in the box. Players shoving each other over. And now Swansea with a possession on this near side as they chip the ball forward, looking to try and get in behind the Bournemouth defence as it rolls all the way back to the goalkeeper. Jamie saying, I don't get you, Mr. Barnsley, mate. No, me neither, mate. Bournemouth now playing the ball out wide on that far side as they try to come forward. It's gone out of play on that far side again. So another throw in. We're on 40 minutes gone, guys. If you just joined us, please do hit the like button. 40 minutes gone, and it's looking like game over already. It's Bournemouth with a 4-0 lead. They scored 3 of the goals in the first 14 minutes of the game. Now Bournemouth playing the ball out wide on this near side. Ball chipped long down the field as Swansea win back possession. Now Swansea trying to play out from their own half of the field as they quickly play it into the centre circle. But Bournemouth come to press the ball as Swansea work it out wide on that far side. Challenge comes in and the referee's given a free kick to Swansea for the foul. So Swansea with a free kick out on that far side, just inside their own half, but close to the halfway line. All chipped out wide on this near side as Bournemouth head it forward. Both sets of players challenging for it. Bournemouth managing to retain it. Now Bournemouth with the ball over the top as Swansea just managed to intercept it there. Now Swansea with the possession as Bournemouth win it back in the middle of the park. Now they knock it out wide on this near side as Bournemouth coming towards the edge of the box. Now ball played in as, well, Swansea getting bodies back behind the ball there. They pack the edge of the box as Bournemouth work it out wide to that far side. Swansea managing to win it back though on the far side of the field as now they try to relieve the pressure on their own box. Ball played back to, oh, dangerous ball there by Swansea as they cut the ball back to their own goalkeeper. And Bournemouth almost won it before the goalkeeper could intercept it. As now Swansea with the possession coming forward, working it out wide to that far side as they come into the Bournemouth half, but ball played in there as they're giving it away again cheaply there. And Bournemouth winning it back. Now Bournemouth playing it forward as they come towards the edge of the box. Ball played in and it's smashed into the back of the net. Well, it's 5-0, 43 and a half minutes gone, 5-0. No offence intended here, Jamie, but all the way through the stream up to now, mate, you've been putting the score in before it's even showing me on the screen. Kind of works against me, that, mate. No point me doing match commentary if I'm commentating on the game and people in the chat is actually telling people what's going on in the game before I actually see it. I don't mean no offence, mate. I'm just being totally honest with you. It's working against me. So I have two choices. You put me in that position. You give me two choices to make: turn off the chat, or remove your comments, because it defeats the point, mate, of me doing match commentary when you're telling everybody what's happening in the game before I get to tell it. I understand you're trying to help, mate, and I appreciate that. But like I say, it's working against what I'm trying to do. Swansea now with the possession as they play it out wide to this near side. Bournemouth coming to challenge for it as they make the challenge. How's it going, Joey? Welcome to the show. Joey saying hi, Gaz and Fandeners. How are you doing, Joey? Good to see you, mate. How's work going, mate? You on your way? You coming home tonight or tomorrow? I know you said you were going home for the weekend this weekend. Is it tonight you've gone home or tomorrow that you fly home, mate? Well, Bournemouth have got a corner on the far side of the field. But yeah, welcome to the show, Joey. Always a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Always a pleasure. Corner crossed in, and it's the goalkeeper's managed to intercept that quite comfortably there. And that released the pressure momentarily for Swansea, and they need it. 4 minutes have been added on at the end of this first half, guys. Joey saying, "Yeah, go, yeah, mate, going home tomorrow, then fly back Wednesday." Awesome. Well, yeah, that's cool, that Joey. You deserve the extended weekend working away from home for large portions of time. That's so. What is it? What How does it work, Joey? You work like Is it like work a month and then get a weekend home? Is that how it works? Or work so many weeks and then get a weekend home? I'm not sure. But yeah, you deserve it, mate. Working away from home. Can only imagine how difficult that is when you've got a young family. Swansea now with the possession on that far side as Bournemouth come to challenge for it, and it's gone out of play for another throw in on the far side. If you guys just joining us, please do hit the like button just to let you know where we're at in the game. We are on 46 minutes gone, 4 minutes been added on at the end of this first half, and it's currently Bournemouth 5, Swansea nil. So a bit of a capitulation. Bournemouth scoring 3 of those 5 goals in the first 14 minutes of the game. So it's a very one-sided game at the moment. Bournemouth now on the attack down that far side as they play the ball back into the centre of the field. Now they come towards the edge of the box as Swansea coming to press the ball. Bournemouth now chipping the ball into the box, but the goalkeeper has managed to intercept that quite comfortably there. And that relieves the pressure for for Swansea momentarily. But yeah, good to hear, Joey, and thank you as always for dropping in, mate. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Rick, how you doing, mate? Rick saying, "Evening, everyone. How goes it? How's it going, Rick?" Yeah, not too bad, mate. Been a bit stressed today with the technology, but other than that, I'm doing good, mate. Hope you're having a good day, Rick. Hope you've had a good Thursday. And welcome to the show, Rick. Pleasure to have you with us, mate. So Bournemouth have won a free kick on this near side. Oh, well, coming together there. Swansea have won a free kick just outside the centre circle. So Swansea about to have this free kick before we reach the half time. Free kick taken. It's crossed into the box as both sets of players. Oh, Swansea with a shot there, and the goalkeeper managing to get a hand to it to deflect it over the bar. But that was an absolute cracking shot from Cullen. The Swansea player there, he just hit it on the volley and like a bullet straight towards goal. But luckily, from a Bournemouth point of view, the goalkeeper managed to get a big hand to that to keep it out. Although from now, a corner comes in, it's knocked away. Swansea now cross it back into the box as it's headed. Well, there goes the half-time whistle. And at half-time, it's finished Bournemouth 5, Swansea nil. So let's have a look how that first half has gone in numbers. Sorry, Joe, I'll come back to that in a sec, mate. My apologies. Just let me quickly do the half-time match stats, get it out, get it covered. Here we go, guys. So this is how the game has gone in numbers. we go, guys. So, total shots, 8 for Bournemouth, 8 for Swansea. Shots on target, 5 for Bournemouth, 2 for Swansea. Possession, 47% for Bournemouth, 53% for Swansea. Passes, 180 for Bournemouth, 207 for Swansea. Pass accuracy, 76% for Bournemouth, 74% for Swansea. Fouls, 7 for Bournemouth, 6 for Swansea. Yellow cards, 1 for Bournemouth, 1 for Swansea. No red cards. Offsides, just the one against Bournemouth. And corners, 5 apiece. So there you go, guys. Not much. The stats indicate not much between the two sides, but the reality of the game is that Bournemouth have been ruthless and Swansea have had to grind themselves into the game. But by the time they've actually ground themselves into the game, they've conceded way too much goals, as they've only just started coming into the game a little bit in the last 15, 20 minutes. But they were already 4-0 down by that point. So there you go, guys. Just to let you know what's going on around the grounds. Not many games going on tonight, but there has been a few in the Ladies Champions League. Group A, Rosengard ladies drawing 2-2 with Benfica ladies. Barcelona ladies currently winning 1-0 against Eintracht Frankfurt ladies. 32 minutes gone in that one. Slavia Prague ladies currently losing 1-0 to Brann ladies. Brann, I should say that's a full-time result, actually. My apologies. And St. Potten ladies currently losing 3-0 to Lyon ladies. 35 minutes gone in that one. Asia Cup, guys. Jordan losing 1-0 earlier on to Bahrain. And South Korea getting a 3-3 draw with Malaysia in Group E. In Group F, Kyrgyzstan drawing 1-1 with Oman, and Saudi Arabia drawing 0-0 with Thailand. So there you go. One game to tell you about in the FA Ladies Cup. Southampton ladies currently losing 1-0 to Tottenham ladies. So there you go, guys. That brings you up to date around the UK and international football. Joey is saying, Joey's saying, I have a set amount of annual leaves, but then because they want me to on the project, they agree one long weekend a month on top of annual leave. Absolutely, Joey, they should do, mate. You put in the spending long time and long hours away from home. They should be doing things like that. Absolutely. How the hell do they expect you to keep your morale up and stay positive and motivated if they don't give you a bit of family time? So rightly so, Joey. Rightly so, mate. You work hard, spending a lot of time away from home. Massive respect to you, mate. You deserve as many weekend leaves as you can get. I know what it's like. I don't know what it's like as a work, but I know what it's like from when I was younger, because I spent a lot of time away from home when I was a kid. So I do know what it's like when you're spending large chunks of time away from home. Like I say, it was very difficult for me when I was a kid doing it, but I imagine it's very difficult for you as well, mate, with a young family. Joey saying, hi, Rick. Doing good, thanks. And you. Awesome. Thank you, Joey. Loving the positive vibes. Top man. Thank you for that, mate. Rick saying, all good here. Thanks, Joey. Glad you are doing good. Thank you, Rick. Top stuff, mate. You guys absolutely class. Loving the positive vibes. Thank you very much. Joey saying, good to hear, Rick. Awesome. Thank you, Joey. You guys absolutely class. Please do keep your comments coming, guys. Would love to hear more from you. I don't know if you saw my poll on the start of the stream. It's nothing against Welsh clubs. It's just something I've always been curious about, whether fans think that the Welsh clubs should be involved in English football or in the FA Cup at least. Because I don't know if you guys know, but Swansea actually play in the Welsh Cup. They actually play in the Welsh Cup. So do Cardiff, so do Wrexham. And yet they're also involved in the English League Cup and the English FA Cup. But you don't see English clubs being involved in the Welsh Cup. So therefore, that is why I asked the question at the start of the stream as you guys entered it. I'm sure you saw it. Should Welsh clubs be involved in the English FA Cup? It's nothing to do with being against Wales because we're a football fan then UK. We want to Welsh fans and Scottish fans and Northern Irish fans to feel part of what we're doing. That's why it's called Football Fan then UK. So it's not just about English football, but I thought it was a very honest and valid question considering that the Welsh clubs play in the Welsh Cup, but English clubs don't get invited to take part in the Welsh Cup, not even the English clubs that are on the border of Wales. So if the English clubs can't take part in the Welsh Cup, then surely the question has to be asked, should Welsh clubs be allowed to take part in the English FA Cup? I think it's an only a fair question, guys. So yeah, just seeing Stevie just uh, handed me the notes. 18 votes, 78% say yes, 22% say no. Well, that's interesting, but I wonder whether you guys actually aware of the FA Cup, the Welsh Cup, the fact that those teams are involved in the Welsh Cup, but no English clubs are involved in the Welsh Cup. So maybe if fans were a little bit more informed, maybe that vote would be slightly different. But interesting to see 78% of fans think they should be involved. But like I say, would you vote that way if you knew that Welsh clubs were being involved in the Welsh Cup while no English clubs, not even the ones on the border, are involved in it? It's an interesting one, isn't it, guys? Um, and so thank you, that Joey. Joey's saying surprised with this scoreline. Yeah, they've smashed away with it, haven't they? To be fair, mate, Bournemouth absolutely battering Swansea so far in this game, mate. And Swansea just haven't been able to deal with it, to be fair, mate. They just haven't been able to deal with it. So equally surprised to see it such a high scoreline myself, mate. Rick 2015 saying, I put yes to the poll. More the merrier, I say. Well, yeah, no, fair enough, Rick. I agree. Well, I agree to a certain extent, but the problem, my frustration with the Welsh clubs being involved is this debate about Scottish clubs. If Welsh clubs are allowed to be involved, then why can't we allow Scottish clubs to be involved? For example, the League Cup is being watered down. They're chipping away at it. They've removed the extra time, so now there's no extra time in the League Cup. Um, Next season, they're removing the two legs from the semi-final. So next season, there will be no two-legged semi-final like we know it now. That'll be gone. That'll just be one leg. And also, now, obviously, and also the prize money in the League Cup is poor. I don't know if you guys know what the prize money is, but I looked it up. I looked it up a few months back, and I think I can't remember which round of the competition it was. Um, but I know that the club that was involved, I can't remember all the details, but I think it was something like £3,500. I think I was in the third or fourth round of the League Cup. That's how much money they get. £3,500. That doesn't even play a couple of the players' wages, £3,500. So you know what you can now see when they're winning that such poor prize money, £3,500. And like I said, that was in the earlier rounds of the cup. But £3,500, I mean, that probably doesn't even pay the, the cost of opening the stadium for the game. You know, obviously floodlights, safeties, stewards, all that kind of stuff. Your stewards, your match officials, so how is it profitable for clubs to play in the League Cup for £3,500? Now, obviously, I know the money gets better as the competition progresses, but when we're always asking, like when teams play weaker teams, there was a spell a few years ago where a lot of clubs were paying weaker teams in the League Cup, and we kept asking, why are you playing it? Even if you're playing the Premier League, let's give an example. Let's say Liverpool draw Manchester United, and both teams would play a weaker team, and then one team loses, and fans would turn around and say, well, play your strongest team and you won't lose. But when you're only earning £3,500 out of the game, out of that round of the competition, how can you risk, for example, with Liverpool, how could you risk putting Mo Salah on the pitch when that probably doesn't even pay for an hour of his wages? You know what I mean? If you're lucky. You know what I mean? So how can the club justify risking one of their top players to play in a game that only earns them £3,500? It's just nuts, isn't it, guys? It's just absolutely nuts. So for me, I've been arguing this for a while. I think the League Cup should be scrapped as it is. and be called the UK Cup, and we should have all Scottish clubs, all English clubs, all Welsh clubs, and all Northern Irish clubs involved in that, and then completely reformat it, completely rebuild it, and call it the UK Club. Then it will not be seen as like it is now. People see it as the worthless competition. That's my opinion. But like I say, with regards to the Welsh clubs being involved in the FA Cup, my frustration with it is that they're allowed to be involved in it while Scottish clubs are not allowed to be involved in it. And also the fact that Welsh clubs are also playing in the Welsh Cup whilst English clubs are not invited to take part in the Welsh Cup, not even the English clubs on the border. So, it's kind of give and take, guys. It's give and take. This is what my frustration is with Wales with regards to that, is that they'll take, but they don't want to give back. They want to be involved in English football for what they can get out of it, but yet at the same time they want to be independent. They want to be separated from the rest of the UK. It's hypocritical, guys. It's hypocritical. You can't have the best of both worlds, but yet they want the best of both worlds. For me, that's not right. You want something out of something, and you put back in. And if you guys know anything about what's going on in British politics, you know that the Wales is getting a hell of a lot out of England, a lot more than England is getting out of Wales. For example, free prescriptions. Do people in England get free prescriptions? No, but people in Wales and Scotland do. So why should we be forced to pay for our prescriptions while Wales and Scotland are getting free prescriptions just to keep them happy, to try and keep them part of the UK Union? It's just nuts, isn't it, guys? And this is what I mean. They want all the benefits of being part of England and being part of the UK, but then they're also arguing for their independence. It's just an interesting one, guys. Rick is saying the cups are devil, sorry, what's that? Devalued these days anyway, and I hate it. It used to be a big event at the FA Cup. Now it's more of a joke. Well, yeah, that's a great point, Rick. But if you think the FA Cup's becoming a joke, look at the League Cup. That's becoming a laughing joke, mate. At least the FA Cup has been able to hang on to the replays. The FA Cup's managed to hang on to its traditions. You still got replays. It's still managing to hang on to most of the FA Cup traditions, but yet the League Cup's been coming under massive attack. No more replays. No semi-final two-legged ties from next season. No extra time. So you used to have extra time as well to decide it. That's been scrapped. There's still extra time in the FA Cup. So, it's the actual League Cup that's been under attack a lot more than the FA Cup. But I agree with what you're saying, Rick. I agree. It's been watered down, and it's now all becoming about the Premier League and the Champions League, and the cup competitions are suffering because of it. So, yeah, thank you for that, Rick. Rick also saying, even teams like Reading put out weak teams in the cup. We went out to a non-league club this year live on TV. Well, yeah, that's Rick. You're absolutely, yeah. I forgot about that. Yep. Well, I think, in fairness to Reading, mate, I think if you guys were doing a bit better in the league, I think you might have put out a stronger team. I think the manager's done that not because he wants to, not because he doesn't want a cup run, but he probably does. But it's his job, mate. It's his job. And if he gets a major player injured trying to progress in the cup, a player that he's going to need in the league, that impacts the chance of Reading getting out of the relegation zone, it could get him sacked, mate. It's not that he doesn't want to. I totally understand your frustration as a fan. I do. As a football fan, it's very annoying when your club don't take the cups competition seriously. You're absolutely right to point that out. But looking at it from the manager's point of view, he's thinking, well, if I play my better players in this competition and they get injured, that could cause me even more of a problem trying to keep Reading in the league. And that's probably why he's done it. It's not he wanted to do it. He's probably been backed into a corner to make that decision, even if he doesn't want to, knowing that if he puts his best team out, it could be what costs him his job if it goes wrong. Do you get what I mean? I don't need to go deep into detail, but I'm sure you get what I mean, Rick. And like I say, I don't think it's the manager wanting to not play his best team. I think it's a decision that's out of his hands. He's got to play a weaker team because if you're in the relegation zone, for a manager, their priority is just the league, because if they don't try and get you out of the relegation zone, then they're going to get the sack. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what you achieve in the cup; it's the league that will get the manager the sack, isn't it, mate? But you're right to point it out, Rick. You're absolutely right. Thank you for that, mate. So we're back underway as Bournemouth with the possession. Joey's saying, think you could have a good debate with that poll question. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, thank you, mate. Like I said, I just thought I'd chuck it up there. It's interesting to see that most people are voting yes. But like I say, are they informed? Have they got all the relevant information? Would they vote yes if they knew that these Welsh clubs are also taking part in a separate competition that doesn't involve English clubs? You know, it's kind of like I say, it's give and take. Where the English Football League is good enough to allow them to be part of the English Football League structure, but they're not being good enough to involve one or two English clubs in the Welsh Cup. You know, so it's one of them, innit? Um, but you're right, Joe. It could be a great talking point if I could actually find people that were willing to come on the channel and actually debate these kind of things. But unfortunately, everybody's camera shy, so unfortunately, not. I can't have a debate on my own, can I? But yeah, well spotted. Thank you for that, Joey. You're absolutely spot on, mate. Joey saying, think a lot of teams look at the FA Cup as a headache now, not a pride, not as pride. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great point, Joey. I think that's an excellent point, mate. Rick is saying UK Cup is a very good idea. To be honest, Gaz, I think that idea. I like that idea, mate. Well, thank you very much, Rick. Yeah, I've liked it since I thought of it for a while, actually. I think it, like I say, clubs like Rangers and Celtic playing against, some of the big English clubs, and then we'd see what they're made of, wouldn't we? And it also helps Scottish clubs get some money as well. And it'd also see clubs like Swansea and Cardiff playing Scottish clubs that never ever play each other. They never play each other in competitive games. So, I think I like the idea as well. But thank you for that, Rick, top man. Thank you. Kind of you to say, mate. I think it'd bring back the value of the League Cup better. I think it'd make the League Cup more interesting to watch. I think it'd make fans want to watch it more because all UK nations would be involved in it. I think so. Because at the minute, let's be honest, it's being watered down. So yeah, thank you for that, Rick. Top man. Thank you. Very kind of you to say, mate. Joey's saying completely agree, Rick. I like that idea. Think that would spice things up a bit. Absolutely. Thank you, Joey. Nice of you to say, mate. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's as you're right, as you say, mate. It'd spice it up, wouldn't it, and make the League Cup more valued. At the minute, it's not valued, is it? But if you chuck Scottish clubs into it, Welsh clubs into it, Northern Irish clubs into it, and then that would spice it up. Like Joey just said, it would make the League Cup more attractive because it wouldn't be the same as the FA Cup. It'd be different, and it wouldn't be the same as Europe either. It'd be different. So I totally agree. Thank you for that, guys. Thank you for sharing your opinions on that. Top stuff. So ball out of play on that far side for a Swansea throw-in. Ken, how you doing, mate? Ken saying, everyone, hi, I'm in the den. How you doing, Ken? Welcome to the show, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good Wednesday, Ken. Pleasure to have you with us, mate. So if you're just joining us, guys, we are bang on 50 minutes gone, and it's currently Bournemouth 5, Swansea City 0. So now the ball comes in from the throw-in. Swansea coming forward towards the edge of the box. They knock it out wide to this near side. Attempted cross there, but it's blocked off by Bournemouth as the ball bounces out of play. I think it's going to be a throw-in. Rick is saying, ideas like that UK Cup is thought of people that love exciting football and love the game. The people in charge will only see no pound unfortunately, and it would be a non-starter. Well, I think you're right, Rick. I think you're right. But as long as the League Cup exists, how I don't see how those people with the purse strings, so to speak, could see it as a non-starter. Because if you created a UK Cup, surely it's got to earn more money than the current League Cup format, because the League Cup format, as I've said, guys, in the last couple of years, they have scrapped the replays in the League Cup. There's no extra time anymore in the League Cup. And at the end of this season, there will be no two-legged tie in the semi-final. So you're watering down the League Cup to the point where it's not worth paying, not worth playing. Plus the fact that the prize money is pittance. As I told you guys, I think it was the third round that clubs are only earning about £3,500 to play in the League Cup. Well, how can you play your best players that might be earning £3,500 an hour when you're playing in a competition that's only earning you £3,500 for a game? You can't justify. Liverpool could not justify playing Mo Salah if they're only earning £3,500 out the game. Same with Manchester City. They couldn't justify playing Haaland and risking him getting injured for a game that's only going to generate them £3,500. It's just crazy, isn't it, guys? But you make an excellent point, Rick. You absolutely make a cracking point. It's as you say, it's people that love football would love to see in that kind of competition. But unfortunately, the rich businessmen that are only interested in the money would probably stop it before it even got started. So, yeah, well said, Rick. Great comment there from Rick. Thank you for that, mate. Well, we've got a Bournemouth player down on the pitch, injured at the moment, guys. Joey is saying, hi, Ken. Awesome. Thank you, Joey. Awesome. Loving the positive vibes. Thank you very much for that, Joey, top man. Ken saying, turned on telly, 5 cherries. Thank you. 5 cherries. Thank you for that, Ken. Rick saying, evening, Ken. Hope you're good. Awesome. Thank you, Rick. You guys absolutely class with the positive vibes. Thank you very much, Rick and Joey. Awesome. Loving the positive vibes from you guys, as always. And Ken is saying, strange day, but in the den at this moment in time. Thank you, Ken. Loving the positiveness Ken shows towards the fan den community. Always appreciate it, Ken. So you've had a strange day, have you, mate? Don't worry about it. I've had a frustrating day with technology trying to wind me up big time. Everything I've tried to do today, guys, with technology has been fighting me all the way. And it's becoming really frustrating, but it is what it is. But yeah, I get tired of those days where technology is just fighting me at every turn. I could have had 3 posts on social media today, and I only managed to get 1 on because of technology fighting me. And I could have also had another live stream done today, but technology was fighting me. So, you know, you can understand my frustration when you're getting stopped by technology. We're actually having an upgrade on our internet soon. The parts have come, but the engineer's still not turned up to fit it. So hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll be getting the new internet up and running, and things will improve to make my job a little bit easier. But at the moment, I've got to grind it out until our upgrade comes, and I'm looking forward to it because I'm really fingers crossed, guys. It's going to make reduce the stress fighting the technical gremlins. But thank you for that, Ken. Nice one, mate. I hope you haven't had too strange a day. Let us know why it's been strange. Rick saying, I bet lower league clubs in Scotland would love a UK Cup. Your Dundee United, etc., would be excited to see a good mixture of UK teams. Absolutely, yep. I think you're absolutely right, Rick. I think you're absolutely right. I think the Scottish big clubs, the big Scottish clubs, I think would love it as well. I think all Scottish clubs would love the UK Cup idea. I think the only clubs that wouldn't like it is the Premier League clubs. I think the Welsh clubs would love it. I think the Northern Irish clubs would love it. I think the Scottish clubs would love it. I think all the clubs in the lower leagues of English football would love it. I don't think the Premier League would love it, though. And that would be the stopping block. That would be it. The Premier League would try and block it, I think, because it wouldn't, even though it could potentially be better revenue, it wouldn't be better. What it wouldn't be better for them. Do you get what I mean? So in their selfish way, because they're already earning great money out of the Premier League, and some of them are also earning great money out of the Champions League, their selfishness would mean that they would try and block it because it wouldn't be, even though it'd be better money, they don't need it. So even though the Premier League clubs need it, even though the lower league clubs would need the extra better money earned from a cup competition involving all UK clubs, and the Scottish clubs would benefit from it, and the Welsh clubs would benefit from it, and the Northern Irish clubs would benefit from it. The Premier League clubs would be selfish, I think, because they don't need it. Are you with me? So that's my opinion. I think it would be blocked simply by the selfishness of rich Premier League clubs that don't need it. So yeah. But thank you for that comment, Rick. Top comment. Thank you, mate. Rick is saying Reading v Arbroath. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's quality. Yeah. What about this? Reading v Inverness. A trip up to Loch Ness, mate. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Inverness v Reading. Would you like to have a trip up to Loch Ness to play against Inverness? Would that not be cool? And you could drive right along Loch Ness to the stadium on your way up, because obviously, if you guys know where Inverness is, Loch Ness runs along like just away from Inverness on an angle. So you'd be able to drive the full length of Loch Ness on the way up. And believe you me, guys, I've been up there and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I like that, Rick. I like the sound of that, mate. Thank you. Part Sport, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show, Part Sport. Part Sport saying hi. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Hope you're having a good Wednesday, mate. Sorry, Thursday, isn't it today? Yep, so Thursday. Good to have you with us, Part Sport. Part Sport saying, sorry, I couldn't come earlier. I took a shower. No worries, mate. No worries. No need to apologise. You guys come and get involved as and when you can. Always appreciate your company and conversation. As I keep saying, you guys are part of Fanden. But as I also say, I totally understand you guys have other things to do sometimes, so you can't always come and get involved in every stream. But yeah, thank you for being with us, Part Sport, and don't worry about it. I appreciate your kind words, though, mate. I do. But as I say, I totally understand you guys have other things to do sometimes, so you can't always come and get involved. So thank you for that, Part Sport. Ken is saying it is a non-starter UK Cup. The FA Cup over the years has been devalued, sadly, and not just the big clubs. Too many teams play, but each team should have its own, have its individual competition. Club too many teams play, but each team should have its own individual competition. How do you mean? You mean like clubs playing themselves? Is that what you mean, Ken? Do you mean like Swansea first team playing Swansea under 21s and under 18? Is that what you mean? Because well, if that's how I understand it. It says each club. You put sadly not just the big clubs. Too many teams play, but each team should have its individual competition. So are you meaning a competition within the club that just for the teams within the club? Is that what you mean? Let me know, Ken, if that's what you mean in that last bit. It's a great comment, mate. It's just the last bit's very difficult to understand what you mean in there, because it sounds like what you're trying to say is that they should have a club competition within the club. So like all the youth teams playing each other, if that's as I'm understanding it. Interesting point of view, Ken. Thank you for that, mate. Ken is saying Arbroath v Reading on a cold day. Yeah, that would be, well, yeah, we're just discussing the fact that they watered down the competition. I think it would be interesting to have a UK Cup. I think every club would want it, apart from English Premier League clubs and possibly Championship clubs. I think the English lower league clubs like League One and League Two would want it. I think all the Scottish leagues would want it. I think the League and the Northern Irish League would definitely want it. I think the stumbling block would be the Premier League and the English Championship. But yeah, thank you for that, Ken. Rick is saying on a Tuesday night. You guys have already scheduled the fixture. The Part Sport saying, yeah, Ken, my G. Thank you, Part Sport. Loving the positive vibes. Thank you, mate. And the Part Sport saying, yeah, Rick, my broski. Awesome. Thank you, Part Sport. Well, Bournemouth currently with the possession. Not much happening at the moment, guys. They're just knocking it about inside their own half as they play it long now, looking to try and get in behind, but the Swansea goalkeeper manages to intercept it comfortably there. Rick saying, how goes it? P.S. Hope you good. Thank you, Rick. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking, mate, if that's meant for me. Hope you're doing well yourself. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Thank you for that, Rick. Kenny's saying, on a frosty Tuesday night. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that, Ken. Rick is saying, on a frosty Tuesday night with the burger van closed. Just take a flask of hot cup of soup, mate. Just take a flask of hot coffee or hot cup of soup. Oh, Bournemouth coming in from that far side of Swansea. Fouled there, and they're going to get the booking for that foul. And Part Sport saying, agree, Rick. Awesome. Thank you, mate. Joey laughing at that. Kenny saying, burger van postponed. Yeah, burger van. Burger van might get closed for selling chips, beans, and COVID. Can I have a portion of chips, beans, and COVID, please? Free kick on that far side for Bournemouth. Just on the edge of the box as the shot comes in, but the goalkeeper manages to intercept that quite comfortably for Swansea, and that relieves the pressure for them momentarily. Get rid of that, guys. Both sets of players challenging for the ball on that far side as Swansea play it inside. Now Swansea knocking it out to this near side. Challenged by Bournemouth there as it just goes out of play. Swansea now with the possession as they play the ball forward. Bournemouth come to challenge for it. Now Bournemouth winning it back as they knock it forward, but it's intercepted there on the edge of the box by Swansea as they kick the ball long, looking to try and get in behind the Bournemouth defence as Bournemouth just come across there and intercept it. As now Bournemouth trying to get going forward as they play it into the centre of the park. Swansea with a clumsy challenge there, and the referee blows for the foul. So free kick to Bournemouth just on the edge of the centre circle inside their own half. Rick is saying, I wonder how does domestic cups in other countries are. I wonder if they are devalued also. Maybe it's just the way it is now everywhere. I don't know, Rick, to be honest, but I know in Spain, I'm sure it is in Spain, they don't just play one leg in the cup competitions, they play both home and away. They play both and at home and away. So they haven't reduced it to one game. They've they still have the home and away legs all the way right throughout the competition from start to finish, as I understand it. So so it's very much like a Champions League or a European format. Um, I don't know whether they have extra time. I'm not sure because I've never actually watched the Spanish Cup. In fairness, but I know that they do play home and away. I know that still exists. Um, but I don't think. I don't know. I think Ken watches some um, Italian football and what have you. But I don't think the Italian league and the Spanish league have a league cup. I think they just have the equivalent of the FA Cup. I'm not sure. You don't quote me on it because I'm not an expert, but I think there is some countries in Europe that don't have, like we have two cup competitions here in England and in Scotland, the League Cup and the Scottish Cup and the Scottish League Cup and the English FA Cup and the English League Cup. I don't think in other countries in Europe, some of them might, but I don't think all of them do. I think some of them just have one cup competition. Um, so I'm not sure. I'd have to study that to be fair. But that's a very interesting question, a great point of view there, Rick. Thank you for that, mate. I like, I like the fact that Rick is thinking about all aspects of it. That's a great question, mate. I really like the fact that you're thinking about all the aspects of that. And whether maybe once we get doing some European games on GAZGO, maybe we could maybe analyse that a bit and see whether we get any feedback of any Spanish and Italian fans, whether they feel their cup competitions have been devalued. So Swansea making a substitution here. Joe Allen coming off. Well, I think this game is pretty much done already, guys. We're just coming up to 68 minutes gone. So 20 minutes remaining. Bournemouth in full control, 5-0 up. So Ollie Cooper coming on to replace Joe Allen. So thank you for that, Rick. Great question, mate. Ken is saying, so have the team from the championship played an unstrengthened team? I don't think so. I don't think so, Ken. I don't. They might have tweaked it with one or two players, but I think Swansea have played. Well, if you're talking about Swansea, I think Swansea have played one of their strongest formations tonight. I think. I know that a couple of their high-profile players are on the pitch or have been on the pitch. Obviously, Joe Allen's just gone off. Um, Ball played out wide on that far side for Bournemouth as they try to come forward again, but Swansea just sitting off there. But yeah, I'm not, to be quite honest, Ken, if you're talking about Swansea, I'm not 100% sure, mate. Ken is saying underestimate, under what? Under strength team. Yeah, I got what you meant. I got what you meant, Ken. I got what you meant. Thank you for that, mate. Ken is saying for the Cherries in the last 16. Uh, Part Sports saying, how long has this been going on for? The game, we're on 70 minutes gone, mate. 70 minutes gone. Bournemouth 5, Swansea nil. Bournemouth scored 3 goals in the first 14 minutes of the game, mate. So it's been pretty much one-sided. Although Swansea have created some chances, they've just not capitalised on the chances. But Bournemouth have been ruthless in front of goals. So Brooks going off here for Bournemouth. So David Brooks coming off, and Marcus Tavernier coming on for Bournemouth. Now Swansea with this possession on this near side as Bournemouth come to challenge for the ball. Well, you guys quick talking about the team news. The team's on the screen there for you guys. So back three for Swansea: Nathan Wood, Kyle Newton, Bashir, Humphreys, Liam Cullum in midfield on his left hand side. Uh, Matt Grimes, Jay Fulton, and Harrison, Ashby, Joe Allen sitting in front of the midfield alongside Charlie Patino and Jerry Yates up front. So that looks a pretty strong team to me, guys. I'm not sure what. Obviously, I've not watched enough of Swansea this season to know what their first 11 are, but I can see some players in that team that have been playing quite regular for Swansea. What I've know of as Matt Grimes has been in the team quite a bit. Joe Allen's played for him quite a bit this season. Um, Liam Cullum has been playing for him quite a bit this season, and Nathan Wood as well. So there's at least four, 5 players there that I know have been playing quite a lot of games for Swansea. So, but like I said, I don't watch them all the time, guys. So I'm not sure how much they've actually jiggled the squad about for this fixture. Sorry, guys, my microphone's trying to fall off. It's mounting. So thanks, Passport. Rick is saying Swansea ain't doing great in the league. They will be mid-table at best, so they probably have a strong team out. Thank you for that, Rick. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, as I said, I've just read quickly through the team, guys, and as I said, I don't know what their first 11 is normally, but I can see there are a few players that definitely have been playing quite regular for Swansea this season. But like I say, you'd have to ask somebody that watches Swansea a bit more regular. Uh, Ball knocked down this near side as Bournemouth with the possession. Ball played towards the edge of the box as it's played in there. Bournemouth with another shot as it's deflected wide by Swansea. And I think that's going to be another corner to Bournemouth on this near side as they take it short. Now Bournemouth coming towards the edge of the box. It's crossed in. Swansea managing to intercept it. Now Swansea knocking it out wide to this near side as Bournemouth almost winning it back there before the ball goes out of play. But the referee, I think, is going to give the foul there. Part Sports saying Bournemouth have been strong lately. Yep, they have, mate. Well, they're strong in this one so far, putting 5 goals past Swansea so far. Swansea bringing on another substitution. I would say they're playing one of their stronger teams, guys, to be fair, because it looks like they're trying to bring on some of their younger players now. So goal kick taken by the goalkeeper as he kicks it long down the field. Bournemouth intercepting it. It's now Bournemouth head it forward. Swansea intercept it just inside their own half as now they chip it long down the field. Bournemouth heading it back in the direction it came from as now it comes out to this near side. Swansea intercept it. Referee's blown for a foul there. So Jay Fulton with a yellow card there, guys. See Liam Cullen coming off. And Jamie Patterson coming on for Swansea. Harrison Ashby, youngster, coming on. Philip Lissart. Now Bournemouth with the possession as they chip the ball out wide to this near side. Ball headed uh, in now as Bournemouth try to keep coming forward. The Swansea coming out to challenge on this near side. Passport saying they should be promoted. Who? Bournemouth or Swansea you're talking about? Swansea not been having the best season so far, mate. I think they're sitting about mid-table. I've done a couple of league games for them, but not loads. But um, I know they've been all over the place with the results. Sometimes winning, sometimes losing. They've had a real mixed bag of results this season so far, mate. Bournemouth now playing the ball forward as it's knocked out of play on this near side. And that will be a throw in. He took a deflection on the way through. Promoted to where, mate? They're already in the Premier League. I don't understand what you mean, Part Sport. How can they get promoted? They're in the Premier League, mate. You can't get any higher than Premier League other than Champions League. But I can't see Bournemouth getting into the Champions League. Maybe Europa League, possibly, but I don't think they'll get Champions League. But yeah, sorry, Parts, but not following you there. We're saying they should be promoted. They're in the top division they can be in, mate. The only thing that can add to that, as I say, is European football. Thank you, Part Sport. Appreciate you sharing your opinion there, mate. Swansea now. Oh, Swansea coming into the box as they cut the ball back, but it's intercepted momentarily there by Bournemouth before Swansea win the ball back. Now Swansea coming towards the edge of the box, just pulled down there. Well, referee just jumping in between the players, and Bournemouth have got booked for that, and rightly so, in fairness. There was just no need for him to do that there. But Alex Scott, the Bournemouth player, booked. So free kick here for Swansea. Ball crossed in and then knocked towards goal as the goalkeeper manages to intercept that quite comfortably at the near post. So I can see there are only two of you guys with us. Who's still with us, guys? I think this might as well wrap this stream up now. Not much interest in it. Game's gone one way. I think I just put this day down to a disaster today, to be honest. Bournemouth have won the ball back on that far side. Ball played back towards their own goal as now they knock it out wide to this near side. Part Sport saying, I mean, they should be in the Championship final to win the Premier League. I mean, they should be in the Championship final to win the Premier League. Sorry, Part Sport, that still doesn't make sense, mate. That still doesn't make sense. I mean, How can you be in the Championship final to win the Premier League? I don't understand what you mean. Should be in the Championship final to win the Premier League. Sorry, part sport. I'm confused with the way you're wording it, mate. How can you be in I don't mean to be off or anything, but how can you be in the Championship final? Because there is no Championship final for a start. Um, to win the Premier League. Do you mean that? Yeah, well, I don't know what he's trying to say there. I'm all I can presume is you're trying to say that Bournemouth, you think Bournemouth should be doing better, winning more. I don't know. I'm confused with it, parts, but I can't make sense of that, mate. Apologies, but I can't understand what you're trying to get at there because it's really confusing. They should be in the Championship final to win the Premier League. You don't have. There is no Championship final, and how can you win the Premier League in a different league? I don't understand the question, mate. I don't. Uh, Thank you for sharing your opinion, part sport. I just don't understand what the point you're trying to make there because there is no Championship final, and even if there was, how can you win the Premier League in a different league? You come the way you've worded it, it's just difficult to understand, mate. So my apologies, I can't understand what you're meaning, but really difficult to understand the point you're trying to make there. But thank you for sharing it anyway. Joey saying, still here, mate. Just making my tea. All right, no worries, Joey. No worries, mate. Yeah, just it dropped down to like on my thing here saying that was only one person listening. It suddenly jumped back up to four again. So I thought you guys had all gone. So obviously, with the game being 5-0 up, I was like, well, is there much point me sitting here for the next 10 minutes just to see it go the way it's going? Bournemouth here now coming into the box as they get another opportunity. Swansea chucking bodies in the way, but Bournemouth still with the possession. Clearly trying to add a sixth goal here as it's crossed in, but the goalkeeper manages to win that. But thank you, Joey. Nice one, mate. Appreciate you being with us. Yeah. I hope you're having something nice to eat, mate. Thank you, Joey. Top man. Ken is saying, hi, Joey. I hope you are okay. Awesome. Thank you, Ken. Top man. Thank you. That loving the positive vibes. Thank you, mate. Joey saying, yeah, good. Thanks, Ken. How you doing, mate? Awesome. Thank you, guys. Loving the consideration you guys show to each other. Minimo, how you doing, mate? Minimo saying, evening, fan Dennis. How's it going, Minnie? Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're having a good day. Pleasure to have you with us, Minute. Disappointing game we're watching here as it's very, very one-sided at the moment. It's been one-sided pretty much since the start of the game, in fairness. It's currently Bournemouth 5, Swansea 0. Bournemouth went 3-0 up within 14 minutes. And now the game just being played out, really. But yeah, welcome to the show, Minute. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Thank you for that. Joey saying, evening, Minute. Awesome. Thank you, Joey. Loving the positive vibes. Thank you, guys. Mutual respect you guys show to each other is massively appreciated. Minnie saying, hi, Joey. How's life? Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good because he's going home tomorrow. So he's happy he's getting to go home for a few days. Bournemouth coming again. Has to get the shot off, but it's deflected away. And it's going to be a corner on that far side, but backs to the wall very much here for Swansea. But thank you for that, Minute. Awesome. Loving the positive vibes. Don't forget, guys, please do hit the like button if you could. Would be appreciated. Probably be a low like count on this stream today. But thank you for you guys that have already hit the like, guys. Really do appreciate it. I've not mentioned it too much tonight. But thank you very much to you guys that have already done it. The part sport saying, sorry, I meant the Champions League. Bournemouth should be in the Champions League final and win the Premier League. Okay, thank you for that part sport. Thank you for explaining, mate. Top man. But I think Bournemouth would be quite happy to get into Europe. Full stop, mate. I think they'd be happy just to get into the Europa League, to be honest, or the Europa Conference League. That'd be, I think that'd be their first adventure into Europe. So I think they'd be happy with that. To be fair, mate. But interesting point of view you make, mate. Thank you for that, Part Sport. So Part Sport clearly feeling liking Bournemouth and wanting to see them win some silverware. Joey saying, yeah, not too bad, thanks. Minute, how's things with you? Awesome. Thank you, Joey. You guys are absolutely class. Really do appreciate you guys making the effort to be positive with each other. Thank you very much, guys. Minimo saying, terrible night at the football last night for me. Joey left at 88 minutes. Yeah, not a good night for you guys against Rangers last night. But keep your chin up, minute. Hibs are a good sized club. You just need some investment. I don't know if you agree with me, but yeah, I think you guys just need some financial investment and maybe more ambitious ownership. Um, so, Minnie, quick question. Can you hear me, Minnie? I'm not sure if you can hear me. Are, are Hibs owned by private owners? Is it private businessmen that own Hibernian? Uh, do the clubs have any ownership or any shares in the club? Do you know, Minnie? Let me know if you can hear me. Joey's saying, oh my God, Minnie, what was the score? Who you played? They played Rangers. They played Rangers, Joey. Uh, and Minnie saying, I can hear you. Thank you, Minnie. Nice one. I wasn't sure because I have asked, I had no offense. I don't know, obviously, if you always have that. I presume sometimes you might turn the volume down a bit when you're at work and busy because I know I've asked you questions in the past and you've not always replied to them. So I presume maybe you're busy with work or you've turned the volume down to focus on your work or something. So apologies. My apologies there, Minnie. I wasn't sure if you were working and you might have to keep the volume down. So Swansea, I've, I've got a foul here as the medical staff just coming on to give treatment. But thank you, Minute. My apologies. As I say, just weren't sure if you had to keep the volume down sometimes when you're working. Minimo saying, yeah, Gaz, but there's fans on the board. Is there? Well, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Do you know what? I wonder if the Hibernian Minnie, just a quick question. Did Hibernian ever do any concerts or anything at the ground? Because obviously that can help the club generate extra revenue, can't it? And extra revenue made can help invest into better players. Um, but yeah, obviously I know Liverpool, Joey, Liverpool do concerts sometimes at Anfield, don't they, mate? Um, and I think the boxing was at Goodison Park a few years back, wasn't it? They had some boxing going on at Goodison Park a few years ago. Obviously, um, some other state. I know Tottenham's being used as very much a multitasking stadium now. That's why it's been designed with their new stadium. So yeah, just curious if in Edinburgh, Hearts or Hibs ever have any concerts or any boxing matches or anything like that go on that helps the club generate extra revenue. But thank you for answering my question, Minute. That's very interesting. That I like the fact that fans are on the board. So yeah, loving that, Minute. Thank you for that. Sounds good to me, Minute. Kenny saying, hi, Minnie. Did Hibs create many chances last night? Well, there goes the full-time whistle, guys. No added time. And it's finished. Bournemouth 5, Swansea 0. Minimo saying we're a community club, so fans are involved. Yes. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Love to hear that. And he's saying proper chances about 4. So yeah, you guys you need a ruthless striker, Minnie. That's what you need. Because when I'm watching you guys in Europe, you guys created plenty of chances on goal, but just didn't have that killer instinct, that ruthless striker that would just smash it into the back of the net and know exactly where the net was. I think that's what Hibs really need. Go and Rob Shanklin from Hearts. I bet you love that. Or maybe not. I don't know. So let's have a look how the that game has gone after the full-time whistle, guys. Let me quickly get rid of that and share the full-time match stats on screen. Here we go, guys. Should be on your screen now. Don't worry if you can't read it. I'll read it out to you. Shots on target. Total shots 19 for Bournemouth, 8 for Swansea. Shots on target 5 for Bournemouth, 2 for Swansea. Possession 55% for Bournemouth, 45% for Swansea. Passes 401 for Bournemouth, 344 for Swansea. Pass accuracy 79% for Bournemouth, 76% for Swansea. Fouls 11 for Bournemouth, 14 for Swansea. Yellow cards 2 for Bournemouth, 4 for Swansea. And no red cards. Offsides 3 for Bournemouth, 1 for Swansea. Corners 12 for Bournemouth and 6 for Swansea. So Bournemouth march on in the FA Cup as Swansea drop out with what can only be described as a very disappointing performance from them tonight. Thank you for that, Minute. While I remember, Minute, did you have a chance to have a look at Outlander yet? Have you had a look at it yet, Minute? Obviously, me and Joey were talking to you about it a while back, and I think you said you were going to try and have a look at it. Have you managed to have a look at it yet, Minute? Let us know if you have, mate. Kenny's saying, as Rangers had so what, Rangers had 4 shots as well. Is that what you mean, Ken? I'm not sure. The Part Sport saying, I'm off. I'm going off now as I'm going to help my mum, but I wish Gaz lives for a long time and that Mini's team wins everything. Joey enjoys his tea and Ken becomes the main man in the chat. By everyone. Thank you, Part Sport. Thank you for that, mate. Appreciate your kind words. And take care, mate. Yeah, you go and help your mum, mate. Thank you for that, Part Sport. Pleasure to have you with us, mate. Best wishes to you and your family. Take care. Stay safe and well. And thank you for coming, getting involved. Always a pleasure. Take care, Part Sport. All the best, mate. Minimo saying no outdoor concerts in Edinburgh at the castle. Right. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, Minute. Yeah, that's a shame, innit? That's a shame. Yeah, because that could be extra revenue for the club, couldn't it, mate? Yeah, that's a shame, that. But thank you for letting us know, Minute. Great info, as always. Minute giving some great info there. Thank you for that, mate. And Minute saying, cheers, Part Sport. Awesome. Thank you, Minute. Loving the positive vibes, as always, from you guys. Minnie saying, yeah, Ken, you got it now. If you don't take your chances. Unfortunately, that's the case. Yeah, that's what I said. I said it when you guys were playing in Europe. I felt that all you guys were missing was that killer striker, that striker that just knows where the goal is. I think if you guys had that striker, I think you might be able to compete a little bit better in European competitions. But thank you, Minnie. Honest as always with views and opinions about our own team. Kent is saying, on a humorous note, I appointed you for the Gambia job. Yay! Thank you, Minute. Minimo saying Rangers were really well organised. Their new manager is certainly making his mark on them. Well, thank you for that, Minute. Great. Great to hear you showing mutual respect to the opposition. I know that's not easy, but respect to you for that, Minute. Respect to you for that. Minnie is saying, me, Ken. Yeah, he's meaning you, yeah. Minnie Mo saying, I'd be up for that. Kenny's saying, I am AK2 for female managers in football. Yeah, I like female managers. I hope they do a good job. I like the idea of female referees. That's one thing I'm quite interested to see how that develops. We had our first Premier League female referee this season, wasn't it? Was it over Christmas? So I'm interested to see that develop. I'm interested to see if female referees do a better job than the men. They can't do any worse, can they, guys? So, yeah, I'm interested to see how the ladies get on refereeing games as they come into it a lot more in the future. But thank you for that, Ken. Good, uh, positive stuff there from Ken. Thank you, mate. Minimo is saying it's on my list still, Gaz. All right, no worries. Well, let us know when you get a chance to have a look at it, Mini. We're interested what a Scottish lady makes of it because obviously, as I've told you, it's got a very Scottish theme of it. So I'm sure my lovely lady's listening in the background, also curious to know what you think of it. But thank you for letting us know, Minute. You're a star. Top stuff, mate. Kent is saying, Happy Burns Night, Minute. Thank you, Ken. Nice one, mate. Minimo saying a feisty wee fireball. Scott is exactly what Gambia needs. That's quality. Yeah, that's quality. As long as you don't mind getting sacked. Have you seen how many Africa Cup of Nations managers have been sacked, Mini? I think it's six. Is it 5 or 6 now? I know it was 5, but I think was there a sixth one sacked last night? I'm not sure. But yeah, 5 or 6 managers already sacked in the Africa Cup of Nations. Kenny's saying Clement seems a good manager, Minute. Certainly does. He certainly does. Well said, Ken. Yep, he seems to be doing a good job, doesn't he, mate? Minnie saying, Happy Burns Night to you, Ken. You we Thank you for that, Minnie. Ken is saying to think Gambia set qualify Son 8 to think Gambia set to qualify for on 87 minutes. I think that says, is that right? Is that maybe the type error there? But thank you for that, Ken. Mini Mo is saying short and sweet, but thanks for tonight. For tonight, gang. See you soon, fan Dennis. Thank you, Minnie. Appreciate you dropping in, mate. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Take care, Minnie. Stay safe and well. All the best to you and your family. And thank you for dropping in, mate. Always appreciate it. Take care. Thanks, Minnie. All the best. Stay safe and well. Kent is saying, sleeky, uh, sleeky beastie. Thank you, Kent. Thank you, mate. Ben is saying, hi, sorry I'm late. No worries, Ben. No worries. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, Ben. Thank you for dropping in. Uh, thank you for that, Ben. Kent is saying, had a burnt ale called Alder Sleevey. Ah, right. Yeah, you were talking about Burns beer the other night, weren't you, Ken? Well, thank you for that, mate. I'll have to try one next time I'm up in Scotland if I can find it. Ken is saying, never late. You are in the den, Ben. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Ken. Well said. Thank you, mate. Ben is saying, well, I think Welsh clubs should be in English League and cups as there barely any clubs that's so Cardiff, Wrexham, etc. should be allowed to play in the FA Cup, etc. Well, that's interesting you point that out, Ben. But one thing I would point out to you is there is a Welsh Cup, and Swansea are involved in the Welsh Cup. Cardiff are involved in the Welsh Cup, and also Wrexham are involved in the Welsh Cup. But no English clubs are involved in the Welsh Cup. They want their own language, they want their own country, but then they also want the benefits of being part of England at the same time. So they want all their own identity, all their own language, their own money. They want everything Welsh in Wales, but then they also want to have the benefits of being part of England. That's the point I'm making, that they're involved in the Welsh club, but English clubs are not invited to take part in the Welsh club. But the Welsh clubs that are involved in the English FA Cup, I'm not talking about the league. I've no problem with them being involved in the league. and no problem with them being involved in the cup. I just thought it was an interesting question to ask because the Welsh Cup is growing. The Welsh Cup is growing, and all Welsh clubs are involved in it. There is no English clubs involved in it, not even the English clubs on the border. Shrewsbury are on the border. Are they invited to take part in the Welsh Cup? No. Even though they're only, 5 miles away from Wrexham, and they're not invited to take part in the Welsh Cup. So the reason I asked the question, mate, is because one, Welsh clubs are involved in the Welsh Cup. English clubs are not involved in the Welsh Cup, not even the ones on the border. And two, Scottish clubs want to get involved in English football and they're not being allowed to, while we're seeing Welsh clubs allowed to. So, it's kind of the same thing. That's why I'm asking the question. Is it fair that we're allowing Welsh clubs to be part of the FA Cup, but we don't allow Scottish clubs to be part of the FA Cup? Do you get what I mean? But Welsh clubs also want their own cup competition, which is the Welsh Cup, but they don't want English clubs involved. So it's kind of like they're wanting it all their own way. They're wanting everything for themselves, but not wanting to give anything back. And when you see that Scottish clubs are not allowed to be involved in the FA Cup, is it right that Welsh clubs are allowed to? So I'm nothing against Welsh clubs being involved in the FA Cup, mate. It's just I'm looking at all aspects of it. And it seems to me that the Welsh clubs want it all around one. They want their own competition, they want their own country, but then they still also want to be part of the English FA Cup, whilst we don't allow the Scottish clubs to be part of the English FA Cup. It's not right. I don't think that's right that you're allowing one country to take part in the FA Cup whilst you don't let the other country take part in it. So that's my point. But I have no problems with Welsh clubs. I am simply asking you guys the question, and people are clearly answering the question, which is great. But have they got the full facts? Have they got the full facts about the Welsh club competition not allowing English clubs to take part? Have they got the full facts knowing that Welsh clubs are allowed in the FA Cup while Scottish clubs are not? So an interesting question, but thank you for that, Ben. I appreciate you sharing your thoughts. Ken is saying, Ken saying, Tata Minimo, enjoy the haggis. Awesome. Thank you, Ken. Top stuff. Thank you for that, mate. Ben saying there isn't enough clubs in Wales. There is, mate. There is. Go and do the research, Ben. There's a full league of clubs in Wales. Go and do the research. Go on, do the research. I think you'll find you're wrong, Ben. There is plenty of clubs in Wales. Whether they're big clubs is a different question, but there's plenty of clubs in Wales. Ben is saying, I didn't know about that, Gaz, so I think the English clubs nearby Wales should play to help the league system and gain money. Well, thank you for your honesty, Ben. Thank you for that, mate. Top man. Thank you for your honesty there, mate. Yeah, like I say, I've nothing against Welsh clubs, guys. I'm just looking at all the angles. And like I say, I've nothing against Welsh club, but with the one thing do get irritated with Welsh clubs is the fact that they're allowed to be in English football, but we don't allow Scottish clubs to be in English football. It doesn't seem right to do that. That just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem fair that they're. And another thing, guys, the Welsh speak their own language. Did you know that? That Wales speak their own language. They're allowed to speak their own language. Do you know that the Scottish have their own language, but they're not allowed to speak it? Or they can speak it now, but it's frowned upon. They have a language called Gaelic, and it's been banned since the Battle of Culloden. That's 200 years ago. Over 200 years ago, that language was banned, and the Scottish are still afraid to speak it because it's frowned upon. But yet the Welsh are openly speaking their own language. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You're having two sides of the coin. You're having Wales that are allowed to embrace everything about their culture. They're allowed to have their own language. They're allowed to be Welsh. They're allowed to fight for independence. They're allowed to be part of England. They're allowed to have free prescriptions, whilst English people are paying for prescriptions, but yet the British government give free prescriptions to Scotland and Wales. This is what I'm kind of talking about. There's a lot of aspects to consider, guys, that you get allowing Scotland and Wales to be treated different, even though they're part of the UK. How is that right? How can you treat one country different to the other country when we're all part of the same UK nation? It's just crazy. But thank you for that, Ben. I've nothing against Welsh clubs. All I'm pointing the question out is for equality. Equality. If Welsh clubs should be allowed in English football, then Scottish clubs should be allowed in English football. If Welsh clubs are allowed to create their own league and come and be part of English football, then surely the clubs bordering the Welsh border should be allowed to take part in the Welsh league. That is my point. So people are answering the question, which is great, but they've not got all the facts. Ben is saying, but thank you for that, Ben. Loving the pod, loving the fact that you're honest with that, mate. Top man. Ken's saying I do know this. I do know this thread started. Thread. I do know this thread started. Sorry, Ken, I'm not following you there, mate. My bad. Ben is saying there was a vote for the decision. Yeah, thank you, Ben. Yeah, I put a vote up at the start. I put a vote up at the start of the stream, mate. I don't know if you saw it. Ben saying in the chat, Ken. Thank you, Ben. Nice one, mate. Ken saying, hope Amster create. Hope Maidstone create an upset on Saturday. Okay, thank you for that, Ken. Yeah, it could be. Let's hope. Fingers crossed, mate. There is a cup, one or two cup upsets. That's why we love the FA Cup. So let's hope you're right. Let's hope. I don't care who it is. Just let's hope there's some cup upset. I like to see cup upsets. See lower league clubs progressing further in the competition. Ben saying, yeah, Welsh have their own language, and it's like Hibjab couldn't tell a word. I know. I've no problem. I've no problem with the Welsh having their own language. My problem is not the Welsh having their own language. My problem is Wales having their own language while the British government don't allow the Scottish to have their own language. That is my irritation, mate. It's nothing to do with the Welsh having their own language. It's the fact that the British government allow the Welsh to have their own language, speak it openly, but then the Scottish people are still afraid to speak their own language. There's a language in Scotland called Gaelic, and the Scottish had it banned after the Battle of Culloden. That's over 200 years ago. And even today, they are still afraid to speak it because of they're being frowned upon. That is not right. It's kind of, well, if the Welsh are allowed to speak it, why can the Scottish not be allowed to speak their own language? Do you know what I mean? That's the point I'm making. But thank you for that, Ben. Ben is saying, and it isn't fair. It's like Wales can express themselves, but Scottish can't. Not sure why. Because of history, mate. All boils down to history. All boils down to history, mate. Unfortunately. But thank you for sharing your opinion, Ben. Top man. Thank you for that, mate. Ken is saying, time to go. Thanks for the stream. Not often a game tie 5-0 at half time. No, you're right, Ken. Thank you, mate. Top man. A pleasure to have you with us. Pleasure to have you with us as always, Ken. Thank you for your conversation and company, mate. Take care. Stay safe, mate. Hope you enjoy what's left of your evening. Best wishes to you and your family, Ken. All the best and stay safe and well out there, mate. Top man. Thank you, Ken. Appreciated. Ben is saying they should have it back, but it shouldn't be a main language if you get what I mean. No, I agree, Ben. I agree. They do have it. They do have it, but they're afraid to speak it now because it's been suppressed for the last 200 years. They can speak it now. They're allowed to speak it, but the problem is they're afraid to speak it. So a lot of Scottish people don't, even though they know the Gaelic language, they're just too afraid to speak it because the British government have always frowned upon it. So yeah, but like I say, that's a political thing. I'm just making you a little bit more aware of some of the details, mate. That's all. That's all. There's more to the picture than just the football aspect. That's all I'm saying. But thank you for sharing your opinion, Ben. Much appreciated, mate. Ben is saying like a secondary language. Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Welsh kind of treat their language as a secondary language because they do speak English as well, don't they? But yeah, thank you for that, Ben. Top man, thank you, mate. Joey saying, cheers, guys. Gonna stuff my face. Laugh out loud. Catch up soon, mate. Thank you, Joey. Pleasure as always, mate. Always appreciate your conversation and company. Stay safe out there, Joey. Hope you have a safe journey home tomorrow, mate. And best wishes to you and the family. Enjoy what's left of your Thursday evening, mate. And hope you get home very quickly tomorrow and have a long, long weekend before you have to return to work. But thank you, Joey. Always a pleasure, mate. Take care. All the best to you. Stay safe and well, and look forward to seeing you on future streams. Top man, thank you, Joey. Um, Ben is saying so. It should be expressed, but not as much as English. Well, thank you for that, Ben. Yeah, I just think they should have the freedom to use it, just like the Welsh have the freedom to speak their language. I think that the Scottish should have the freedom to speak their language as well. That's the point I'm making. But thank you for sharing your opinion, Ben. Top man. Ben is saying so. We don't get confused with it. Yeah, thank you for that, Ben. I understand that. Yeah, I get what you mean. Some people have difficulty understanding Scottish folk anyway. Joey saying, thanks, guys. You too. Top man. Thank you, Joey. Awesome. Thank you, mate. And Ben saying, bye, Gaz. Awesome. Thank you, Ben. Take care, mate. Best wishes to you and your family, Ben. Thank you, as always, mate. Appreciate you coming, dropping in. Take care. Thanks a lot, guys. All the best. Enjoy what's left of your evening. Stay safe and well. And I look forward to seeing you guys on future streams. But that's it for now. Take care. Bye.